icon said that, the harder he works, the luckier he gets. When you get outside of what's familiar,
Yeah.
what's comfortable, what feels right, and put yourself in a position beyond your comfort zone,
Yeah.
that will give birth to a part of yourself that you don't know right now. Because in order to do something you have never done, you've got to become someone you've never been. We all have greatness within us, but greatness is not our destiny. It is a choice that we have to make consciously. Most people allow their fear of failure, 80%, allow their fear of failure to outweigh their desire to succeed. When you're willing to fail again and again and again, when you make up your mind to become unstoppable, when you make up your mind to become a no matter what person, then that will then give birth to a part of yourself that you don't know right now. Sometimes life will force you to become courageous. And so it's there that most of us don't develop our courage muscle. Case in point, that I've had the challenge, and I'm watching my languaging, of dealing with the fear of claustrophobia. Focus on the outcome, not on the process. And so the way that I handle fear is I don't focus on what is it that's terrorizing me. I focus on what is it I want to accomplish. And I see myself achieving the victory. I see myself living from the dream, living from that place that I'm reaching for in my mind. And so we can bypass the things that will cause us to be afraid by looking at and being focused singly on the things that we're going for. So what we know is that anything's possible, and we must challenge ourselves. The only reason that most of us don't accumulate a level of achievement in our lives, one, most people end up aiming low. That's what I did most of my life, that most people fail in life, not because they aim too high and miss. Most people fail in life because they aim too low and hit. And that's what I did. I was a disc jockey. I was very satisfied. I achieved a level of professionalism and mastery in that area. And then someone challenged me and said, you can do more. And it took him 14 years to convince me to become this person that you now see. This person that you now see, this voice, which I consider my power voice, I had absolutely no idea that this person existed. I suggest that you spend time working on yourself. Study the high achievers. I did that to find out how did they get there. I studied the life of Frederick Douglass, who said we won't get everything that we fight for, but everything we get, it will be a fight. And so as you study these people and imagine yourself in their position, and in your mind's eye say to yourself, as I did, if they can do it, I can do it. They put their pants on one leg at a time. They breathe air just as I do. And so I believe that what you focus on the longest becomes the strongest. What we think about, we bring about. You have to be an unreasonable person who's not looking at and judging the circumstances such as you see them, but you're calling forth those things that be not as though they were. We learn between ages 0 and 5 what's available for us and what's not available for us. And based upon those experiences and the people around us and our environment, a word formulates in our mind. Are you going to give this the power to take advantage of you? Are you going to turn yourself over to this? We always have that choice. That's the greatest choice that human beings have. Am I going to give myself a pass to surrender, or am I going to stand up? What's your reason for being? Why do you get up in the morning? Most people don't have a clue. I think we have to reflect on, who am I? Why am I here? What drives me? If I died today, what 3 words would I want said about me if I died today? What is it that defines me? And how do I define myself? Most people allow their circumstances to define them, as opposed to defining themselves and how they're going to show up in life. You don't know what your limits are, so you act like you don't have any. And when you live from that place, you can now be able to make a greater contribution and make a greater impact with your life. Life is a fight for territory. And once you stop fighting for what you don't want will automatically take over. Charles Udall said in life, he said, things may happen around you and things may happen to you, but the only things that really count are the things that happen in you. Will I allow this to get the best of me? Will I allow this to stop me? Am I going to surrender to this? Will I give myself a pass? Will I wimp out on myself? That's always a choice. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy. The two most important moments in our lives, it's been said, the day that we're born and the day that we realize why we were born. Spend as much time as you possibly can to answer the question, why am I here? Ask, what is the meaning of my life? What am I supposed to do? What is this work that I was chosen, that God saw something in you, and finding out what that something is? That element, the element is when what you love to do and what you were born to do come together that will allow you to show up in life in a bigger way.